been making a lot of white oil. We've got a lot of scale is making an appearance at the moment. I think it's the nights are getting cooler and the ants think they're getting an opportunity. So made up some white oil. Coming up later in the week, I've actually put up a video about how you make and use white oil to help people out, you know, depending on how they do stuff. But yeah. The trenching work that I've got to do to get my propagation area with beds sorted out is getting really close. The trenches have been dug and the work really starts next week when a lot of the supplies arrive. Our Golden Queen peaches are really getting close to being ripe. I love these things. The aroma that's coming off this tree at the moment is just incredible. It's no wonder the birds and the possums and everything is coming from near and far to try and get these beautiful fruit. This tree's about the last fruiting tree we've got this season. The place is a bit of a work site at the moment. We've got a lot of things going on, making quite a few changes here. I've been working on my bed here. This is going to be my propagation bed and hothouse. So I'll take you in for a bit of a closer look, but basically it's going to be completely clad with polycarbonate. It's going to have some growing beds in it and an area for propagation. Originally I was going to do a keyhole bed, but I've decided 2 beds on either side is going to be adequate and will give me a little bit more room for what I need to do inside. It's a bit hard to imagine, but I'll bring you in a bit closer as to how it's going to look. So the bed itself is 3 meters long, and what I've done is I've taken out the soil from the interior section and I've put in 2 600mm wide by 1.2 meter deep beds at either end. So what I'm thinking is that I'll be growing things in here that require a fair bit of warmth and heat to get started early, you know, early cucumbers, things like that. I'm going to be putting trellising up between the posts, so the climbing things have a place to go. As I said, sorry about the mess, we've got stuff everywhere at the moment, just trying to rebuild everything. But that'll be really exciting. And as you step in through here, the door will be situated here in the middle. You come in, there's going to be a bench across here, a thin bench where we'll be able to get some larger pots going, and then steadily racks are going to come up the wall as you go. As part of this project, I've also had to find locations for all this soil, which I didn't want to waste. So this spot here has always had a couple of tubs in it. Normally, you might remember I've been growing my capsicums in some tubs here, but they've been relocated. And what I'm going to do is use this bed for things that need afternoon protection, because it sits under this jacaranda here. But basically this bed will be used for rotational crops. This one is 1.5 long and 1.2 wide. I emptied a compost cone here to help make room. So I've got this beautiful pile of well-aged compost in here that I'm going to incorporate into this soil in just a little while. You'll have to excuse Bet in the background, she never shuts up. This is a mixture of a bit of lime, a bit of magnesium and some potassium. So I'm going to liquefy this in a watering can and I'm going to add it to that bed. I've also put some chicken manure pellets in there as well, just for a little bit of extra oomph. That soil with that compost added, all those amendments should be good to go. You can sort of see here that the water is being repelled a little bit. This soil has been moved and nothing much has happened with it for quite a while. Clearly needs a lot more organic matter because that's soaking in quite slowly, but we'll keep working on it. The pumpkins that I've got here I really want to pinch out the tips to try and get this fruit. I know that my chances of getting something like this is going to be pretty low given the time of the year, but it doesn't matter. So you can see the actual fruit here. Hopefully that fruit's set. So what we're going to do down the end is actually pinch out the tips and try and make it terminal to see whether or not we can actually get this fruit to set. The aim here is to really try and rehydrate this soil, so I'll put a lot of compost back into here, some chicken pellets, more mixture of magnesium, potassium, a little bit of lime. Compost really is the main thing that I'm trying to rehydrate. You may remember I put out a video recently about extending this bed to build a nice long main bed that I could grow into. But this is one of the beds really, areas that I'd let go into a bit of decline while I let things like work, etc. get on top of me. So it's good. This is really basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend some time, invest a bit of water, rehydrate this soil and get it ready for planting. So looking forward to that. Any suggestions of what you think would be a good autumn main crop to put in here, put them into the comments. I'd appreciate it. Not a great deal going on with my seed so far. We do have some collies have germinated. Lettuce is starting, but a bit slow. Nothing as yet from the Cimarron lettuce. Starting to get some germination of spinach, but thus far that's about it. They have been 7 days, so maybe I'm expecting a little bit too much, but we'll see how we go. Thanks again for watching. A bit of a quiet one this weekend. It's been a bit too hot both days, but got a fair bit of work done, so I'm happy with that. Don't forget to catch some of the videos during the week. Think about subscribing. It all helps, as you know, but thanks, and hope you come back and have a look at the garden soon. Thanks very much.